Greetings, salutations, and bienvenue. My name is Joe Brachetto, and this is Memory Card News for the week of June 28th, 2018. I thought this was going to be a nice slow news week, and then this morning happened. Our top story today, Bethesda sues Warner Brothers over Westworld game, alleging it uses code from hit mobile game Fallout Shelter. Bethesda is suing publisher Warner Brothers and developer Behavior Interactive over the release of mobile title Westworld for being a, quote, blatant ripoff of Fallout Shelter, end quote. Behavior Interactive was contracted to work on the 2015 Fallout mobile game and provided a decent amount of code along with art and designs for the title. Bethesda alleges that Behavior took that code and repackaged it with a Western veneer to sell to Warner Brothers, who were more than happy to publish. The titles are so similar, in fact, that they share similar bugs and glitches, according to Bethesda. Bethesda claims this amounts to a serious breach of contract, as they were the rightful owners to all content, as works for hire typically are. Taking that intellectual property when they were no longer the legal owner would amount to a massive copyright infringement. The question now is if Behavior Interactive did just that, or if they created new, similar assets for the title, and if Warner Brothers was complicit in that act. Warner Brothers clapped back Thursday morning to IGN, calling Bethesda's statement, quote, as surprising as they are unsubstantiated, end quote, and further arguing that they never induced Behavior to infringe copyright laws and use code from Fallout Shelter. A brawl is surely brewing. More legal news. PUBG creators drop copyright lawsuit against Epic Games, creators of Fortnite. The short-lived legal battle has apparently ended between the two battle royale giants, according to Bloomberg. Details are scarce at the moment, as no comments have been made by either party, and it is unclear if any settlement has been reached. So stay tuned for an update as that news comes in. Speaking of Fortnite, Season 5 got a release date. On their Reddit page, Epic Games discussed the 5th season of Fortnite would start on July 12th at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For those of you scrambling to get all of the perks in Season 4, a 100% XP boost weekend is happening this weekend. So take advantage while you can. Xbox exclusive State of Decay 2 was the best-selling game of May, followed by God of War and Detroit Become Human. State of Decay 2, a survival horror meets management resource game on Xbox and PC, was the top-selling title in May 2018, according to NPD via Forbes. Falling behind from the 2nd to 10th best-selling games were God of War 2018, Detroit Become Human, Far Cry 5, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Grand Theft Auto 5 at 6th, a game that came out 5 years ago, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, Mario Kart 8, and NBA 2K18 at number 10. Far Cry 5 is currently the best-selling game of 2018. It is important to note that these stats are limited because they only track US sales and don't account for revenue from free-to-play titles, like Fortnite, and games on the mobile market. On the hardware front, every console manufacturer had a record-breaking May by moving a tremendous amount of units. Sony took the cake though and sold more PlayStation than Microsoft did Xboxes and Nintendo did Switches. Director of the Final Fantasy VII Remake believes the game was announced too early. In light of its absence at E3, director Tetsuya Nomura admitted to Italian gaming magazine Multiplayer, with a translation from Kingdom Hearts Insider, that the remake of Final Fantasy VII was, quote, announced too early, end quote, to which we all said, quote, yeah, no shit, end quote. Nomura said the decision came down to beating any leaks, as the title was already starting to become the topic of some scuttlebutt within the industry. Nomura shared a similar sentiment of prematurity with Kingdom Hearts 3, which was first revealed in 2015 and is expected to launch next January. Snapchat may be entering the world of gaming. In a new report from The Information, Snapchat will supposedly launch a game platform all their own this fall. Snapchat has recently been experimenting with gamifying some elements of its pre-existing service, but their new efforts will mark a decisive shift in attitude. The platform will allow for outside developers to publish games that will be playable in-app, with one publisher already signed up to release a game on the platform, according to a source familiar with the undertaking. Snapchat has yet to comment either way, but you're just not going to get me, Snapchat. I'm sorry. I don't care how many video games you put on there. It's just not for me. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Nintendo Labo are now compatible. Nintendo confirmed through Twitter on Monday that their new cardboard initiative would now be compatible through the Toy-Con motorbike creation. This marks the first time a full-fledged first-party title will network with Labo. The patch adding the functionality to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is out now. Life is Strange 2 starts this fall. Life is Strange developer Don't Nod also revealed through Twitter that the first episode of the hotly anticipated second season of Life is Strange will be dropping on September 27th. It is unclear whether the game will continue to follow series protagonists Max and Chloe, or if it will focus on a new set of characters, but Don't Nod promise to discuss more about the title in August. Life is Strange 2 will be launching on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. This is your last week to snag your free games, so make sure you've grabbed all you can. Your free games through PlayStation Plus and Games with Gold will be rotating out soon, so if you haven't added them to your library yet, your window is closing. On PlayStation 4, you can snag XCOM 2, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and Trials Fusion. On Xbox One, you can get Smite Gold Bundle, a $100 value in of itself, Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, and Lego Indiana Jones 2, The Adventure Continues. I know that's what we're all pining for. The free games for July have been announced, hot off the presses. For PlayStation, the headliners are Heavy Rain and Absolver on PS4 and Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma on PlayStation Vita. Games with Gold are being announced today, but were not announced in time for recording. Games coming out this week. Thank you to Kyle Turcotte for subtly suggesting this segment. Games that came out this week. Nier Automata Become as Gods. This is the Xbox version of a 2017 hit that breaks typical gaming conventions and is really, really weird. Luminize Remastered also came out on Tuesday, all major platforms, including Switch. This is a rhythmic puzzler that I've never played, but I've always heard great things about, and it looks visually striking. Apparently it is right at home at Switch. I saw something about on Kotaku today. The Awesome Adventure of Captain Spirit, I think came out on Tuesday. It's out now, so there you go. PS4, Xbox One, and PC, a spin-off in the Life is Strange series to prepare for the launch of Life is Strange 2, which we just talked about. Reviews have called it a little dull, but it is free, so, there you go. The Crew 2 comes out today. The most extreme game coming out this year to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Drive, boat, and fly all across America in the sequel to the 2014 racer, The Crew. Wolfenstein 2, The New Order also comes out today. The Nazi bashing action comes to the Switch. The game apparently runs well, but takes at least 23 gigabytes if you download it from the eShop, so take that as you will. Games coming out next week, I don't have much here. I have Pocket Rumble coming out on Thursday. A 2D 16-bit fighter for the Switch, first announced in February 2017, with a release date around the launch of the console. More than a year and a half later, title kind of went dark, but here it is. I'm actually still really excited to play it. And that's the way it was for the week of June 28th, 2018. My name is Joe Brachetto. This has been Memory Card News. See you next week.